everyone, my name is Daniel Chayton. I'm an applications engineer working at OCV Fluid Solutions and dealing with fire protection products. And today I'm going to talk just a little bit about the common types of fire protection valves. So these are the main types of fire protection valves. You got the classic deluge valves, pre-action valves, deluge pressure reducing valves, your pressure control valves, zero pressure foam and foam concentrate valves, and monitor and hydrant valves. And we can see a few examples here on the right. So let's start at deluge valves. This is a deluge system and this is your deluge valves. And a deluge valve is always going to be actuated automatically or manually. And the sprinklers on the deluge system are open, meaning the system is not pressurized. And as we can see, the detection system is installed in the same location as the sprinklers. And when the valve is actuated to open, water flows into the system piping and through the open sprinklers over the protected area. And this is exactly what we're trying to achieve with deluge systems, as these valves deliver a large quantity of water over a large area and in a short period of time. Okay, so this is a pre-action system. This is your pre-action valve. And pre-action systems utilize automatic or closed sprinklers. So the system piping is pressurized with supervisory air or nitrogen gas. And similar to deluge systems, the detection system is located in the same area as the sprinklers. And pre-action valves will usually admit water into the system piping only after one or two conditions are met. And when these conditions are met and the pre-action valve opens, then water flows into the system piping and through the open sprinklers only over the protected area. These are your pressure control valves, and we're going to start you off with pressure reducing. Okay, here we see a typical fire pump station with a pressure reducing valve and a pressure relief valve. So the pressure reducing valve is intended to reduce a high upstream pressure to a lower set downstream pressure, and this is done in many cases to ensure that the downstream pressure isn't higher than the rated pressure of the system piping and components. And the valve regulates to a steady preset downstream pressure regardless of upstream pressure or flow rate fluctuations. And in case the downstream pressure is too high, then the valve closes drip tight. Now we're moving on to the pressure relief valve, and pressure relief valves control their upstream pressure, and they're used a lot of times to relieve overpressure when the upstream pressure exceeds the set value at fire protection pump stations. So the valve maintains a predetermined pressure in the network, and when upstream pressure exceeds the set point, the valve opens, releasing this excessive pressure, and when upstream pressure falls below the set value, then the valve closes drip tight. So these are monitor valves. Okay, here we see a monitor connected to a Model 68 monitor valve. And monitors are usually used to protect the highest risk areas at your site where the fire damage can be substantial. Monitors can utilize water or foam to extinguish fire, cool surfaces, and prevent deformation or structural collapse. And our monitor valves are available with manual actuations, remote hydraulic and pneumatic actuations, and electrical actuations. Now we get to hydrant valves. So a hydrant is probably the most well-known fire protection item. You can see one on every street. And basically a hydrant is simply a connection point to the local water grid to which firefighters connect to when they need. They usually do this using a fire hose. And for the safety of the firefighters, a lot of times the hydrant need to enable a slow and restrained opening, or simply reduce the high water grid pressure to a set downstream pressure. Now we can see where these different valves are used. So if we're talking about deluge, monitor, and hydrant valves, we will see them at hangars and airports, flammable storage, power generation, tunnels, petrochemical, oil and gas industry, onshore and offshore installations, and mining. And if we're talking about pre-action valves, these will be used at cold storage or refrigerated areas and in other water-sensitive depots such as archives, museums, libraries, among others. So that's going to be it for now. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and found it informative. And if you need anything else, you can visit our website at controlvalves.com or email us at this address. And of course, you can also search OCV control valves on Google or social media, and we'll be happy to connect and get in touch with you. So take care, guys, stay safe, and see you later.